Okay, good morning everyone and welcome to Retailing Management online classes. This is Dr. Mahesh M. Onjeri, Assistant Professor from Department of Management Studies, SDM College of Engineering and Technology, Dharwad. Okay, so in the last three sessions, we completed Chapter 1, Introduction to the World of Retailing Management. Okay, we also discussed a couple of news articles from newspaper as well as we witnessed the interview of Kishore Biani, who was referred to as the father of modern retail in India. Okay, so the small news article which I would like to discuss today is again from Times of India. So dated August 29, 2020 from Times Business column. IKEA and H&M. So I hope you are aware about these two retailers. So H&M is a fashion retailer and IKEA is a furniture store. So IKEA and H&M set up tech centers in Bengaluru. See, organized retail to perform. Okay, they need an IT infrastructure as their backbone for their supply chain. Okay, as well as research and development. So these kind of tech centers, technical and technology centers, IKEA and H&M have opened in Bengaluru, India. So I'll read first part of the news, then I'll briefly discuss Swedish retailers. So both of the retailers from Sweden. Both of the retailers are from Sweden. Swedish retailers IKEA and H&M have set up global technology centers in Bengaluru. Each plans to hire about 1,000 employees initially. A host of US retailers, including Target. See, the names I'm going to read now are organized retailers from United States of America. US retailers, including Target, Saks, Fifth Avenue, JCPenney, and Lowe's, already have technology centers in Bengaluru. Okay, so I was reading Target. A host of US retailers, including Target, Saks Fifth Avenue, JCPenney, and Lowe's, already have technology centers in the city. UK based Tesco has had a big center here for many years. Continental European retailers are now treading the same path. Okay, so some of our alumni, okay, so work for Tesco in Bengaluru in this technology center. So what type of a center, okay, it is. So they were actually put into the process of pension fund. So once an employee joins Tesco organization, Tesco is a multinational corporation. Okay. So once an employee joins Tesco, so their salary account needs to be created and the pension fund has to be created and the amount of contribution from employee salary towards the pension fund has to be transferred. So arrangements have to be made in this process. So the students were put on this process. So okay. So other than this, research and development is one more area for which retailers set up technology centers in their country or different countries. Why India? Okay, why India? So there are different reasons. So one is with 140 crore population, India is one among the most potential market for retailers. Second thing, the growing sentiment in India about Swadeshi movement. Okay, if you look at the Bharat Pay, okay, the indigenous payment app is showing in their advertisements proudly that they are Indian and showing Amazon Pay with a US flag and Paytm with a Chinese flag. Okay, so by having the technology centers in India, they can claim that yes, okay, so they are part of India. Okay, and India is one among the BRICS nation which have a high economic growth rate. Brazil, Russia, India, China, and Mexico. Sorry, South Africa. Okay, so these are one of the reasons. So this way, by reading and analyzing business news, you can connect the subject with the corporate world and you can expand your knowledge horizon. Otherwise, the study will be limited only towards by hearting and answering the questions in the examination. So you are getting an opportunity to learn in this manner, but unless you develop a habit of reading and discussing business news, okay, so the learning is going to be remain very neutral way. So with this, okay, now let me go through chapter 2 of unit 1. So a very interesting chapter and informative chapter in fact. So title of the chapter is chapter number 2, types of retailers. Okay. So types of retailers, or there is a term for it called as retail formats. So in the examination, if a question is asked, what are the different, explain the different types of retail formats, or explain the different types of retailers, both are one and the same. Okay, so before I make a beginning to the types of retailers, so first let me, okay, make you understand what we are, or what are we going to learn exactly. So first thing is the types of retailers which we are going to read in from an American authored textbook. Levy, Michael Levy is the main author of the textbook. Okay, Retailing Management. Okay, and it is an American book. So the types, the criteria considered, okay, for considering the types of retailers are American. So basically the criteria considered are the type of merchandise which is sold by the retailer. I repeat, the type of merchandise sold by the retailer, retail store, and the area of total area of the store or size of the store. So these two criteria are basically considered in dividing the retailers into different types. Okay, as it is, they may not be applicable to in retail stores in India. I repeat, as okay, as it is may not be applicable to retail stores in India, but definitely it serves as a guideline. So I'll be referring, okay, many of the Indian examples so that the types can be very clear to you. Okay, so I'll give in between the differences also between American retailers and retail stores and Indian retail stores. And again, when we say types of retailers, it is only about store-based retailers, or who are referred to as a brick and mortar retailers. Okay, so with this background, let's make a beginning to understand the types of retailers. So I will repeat again. When we say types of retailers, we're talking about physical stores. The types of physical stores. Okay. And the second thing is, it is the classification is only for those retailers, okay, who are brick and mortar retailers, means who operate on physical stores like Walmart, Big Bazaar, and so on. Okay. So broadly, the retailers are classified into food retailers and general merchandise retailers. So at this point, let me also tell you that one retail organization, say for example, Reliance Retail, okay, will have many formats or different types of retail stores. Like it may have food retail stores as well as general merchandise retail stores. So please remember this. Each retail chain will have different types of stores, food stores as well as general merchandise retailers. So the retail stores or retailers are broadly classified into food retailers and general merchandise retailers. So first let us consider the types of food retailers. The food retailers are further classified into as supermarkets, big box food retailers, and convenience stores. So big box food retailers are further classified into super centers, hypermarkets, and warehouse clubs. Okay, these are the names to types of retail stores. Okay, so then some of these formats may not be present in India because organized retailing in India is still in its introduction stage. As I mentioned, only 6 to 8% of the retailing in India is penetrated by organized retailers. About 92% of the retail market is still unorganized. Okay, so please, as and when the penetration of organized retail increases, India will see new types of stores as well as newer formats. And the second type of retail stores or retailers are general merchandise retailers, means who sell other than food. So the general merchandise retailers are further classified into 7 types, and they are discount stores, specialty stores, category specialists, department stores, drug stores, off-price retailers, and value retailers. So some of them you may not see in India, but I'll give American examples for them. So with this proper understanding, we'll make a beginning to learn, okay, the types of retailers now. So let's begin the first broad type of okay, retailers, that is food retailers. So as we saw in food retailers, there are 3 major types: supermarkets, big box food retailers, and convenience stores. Okay, so first we'll consider the supermarkets. So supermarkets are the oldest form or formats of organized retail. I repeat, supermarkets are the oldest form of or formats of organized retail market. Okay, so that's why we refer to them as conventional supermarkets. So what is a conventional supermarket? It is a self-service food store. So I repeat, it is a self-service food store offering groceries, meat, and produce with limited sales of non-food items. The old example is here. The first supermarket in India was a Food World. That's why I have written it. Okay, but now if you look around you, okay, so many supermarkets have emerged, started their stores in our neighborhood. Okay, so the 2 most popular supermarkets are, one is More, which is from Aditya Birla Retail Limited. So More store is a perfect example for conventional supermarkets. And one more example is Reliance Fresh. So one more example is Reliance Fresh. One more example can be Nilgiris. Okay, so you can find many number of examples in India. So if you can recall your visit to More supermarket. Okay, I repeat, if you can recall your visit to More supermarket or to Reliance Fresh. So what you recall? What merchandise do you remember? Yes, definitely More or Reliance Fresh. They sell groceries. Okay, and meat. Those who are not noticed, yes, More superstores sell meat. Okay, but not in that traditional or conventional way. Okay, they sell those okay, frozen meat, okay, in the form of chicken sausage, chicken salami, okay, prawns, frozen prawns, okay, and so on. So there is a separate visible refrigerator, okay, which stores these, okay, meat items. And produce, when we say farm produce, like fruits and vegetables. So definitely when you enter Reliance Fresh or More supermarket, you will remember, okay, that fruits and vegetables were also displayed and available for sale. Other than groceries, meat, and farm produce, you can recall some non-food items are also sold. Okay, like some sort of utensils, kitchen equipments, and so on. So I hope, okay, the conventional supermarket you could visualize, okay, when I'm explaining by recalling your visit to More or Reliance Fresh. So this is the image of Food World from, okay, MG Road in Bengaluru, the first one. Okay, then the second type of food retailers. So I'll go back to that table. Yeah. So now we considered supermarkets, the first type of food retailers. The second type of food retailer is a big box food retailers. So in big box food retailer, there are 3 subtypes: super centers, hypermarkets, and warehouse club. So we're going to now consider a big box food retailers. Okay, the first subtype among big box food retailers are super centers. So when you see the word big, means the stores are huge. So as I mentioned in the beginning of the discussion, the classification of the types of stores or retailers is based on the type of merchandise sold in the store and the size of the store in area, square feet. So super centers are 150,000, means 1,50,000 to 2,20,000 square feet stores. Definitely large stores that offer a wide variety of food. Okay, that is 30 to 40% of the merchandise sold in food items, and 60 to 70% of the merchandise sold is non-food items. Okay, so in India there are no super centers as of now. Okay, in future you may see some super centers. Okay, so the examples, that's why I refer to you are Walmart Super Center and Kmart, which is the competitor to Walmart. So I hope the meaning is simple and easy to understand. So this is the image of Walmart Super Center. Then the second type of big box food retailers is hypermarkets. Yeah, we do have hypermarkets in India. Hypermarkets are also large. Okay, 1 lakh to 3 lakh square feet, combination of food 60 to 70% and general merchandise 30 to 40% retailers. So what is the difference between super center and hypermarket? See, a hypermarket, okay, sells about 60 to 70% of the merchandise sold is food item. Okay, whereas super center only 30 to 40% of the merchandise sold is food item. It is the vice versa, reverse. Okay, and general merchandise sold in hypermarkets is around 30 to 40%. So the type of merchandise sold and the size of the store. So that way you can classify the stores as hypermarkets. The next is hypermarkets sell groceries, hardware, sports equipment, furniture, appliances, computers and electronics, and many other categories of merchandise. So a very good example and the first hypermarket in India is Big Bazaar, which was owned by Future Group. Okay, as you are aware, Future Group totally is now acquired by Reliance Retail. Super centers, so there is a note for you. So try to understand, don't get confused, and no need to bother much. Super centers and hypermarkets are difficult to distinguish. It is because over a period of time when the market matures, the distinction between the types, okay, starts disappearing. Okay, a simple example what I can give you is banks. If you consider some 20 years ago, so what a bank stood for? Lending and depositing. That's it. Okay. So other than these two functions, bank never performed a third function. Okay. And stock market. Okay. Stock trading. Yes, it was done by separate companies like Karvy, Angel, Sharekhan. You can recall. Housing finance was performed by. Okay. So other financial institutions. So every financial institution had a separate function. But now if you look at a bank, let's say State Bank of India, and also one more financial product, insurance, was sold by other companies. Now if you look at banks, okay, so what it is? Is it the same old bank that we are dealing with? No. See, the boundaries between these different, okay, sectors has disappeared. Now a bank, okay, other than lending and depositing, they also sell insurance. Okay, they are also into stock trading. Okay, so they also provide housing loans, and what they are not into. So this way, it is mentioned that super centers and hypermarkets are difficult to distinguish because the boundaries between them are slowly disappearing in developed nations where the penetration of organized retail is up to 90 to 95%. Anyway, okay. So image of Big Bazaar. So other than Big Bazaar, the hypermarkets in India are More also has a hypermarket which is named as the More Hypermarket. Then Reliance also has come out with a hypermarket. Reliance Smart it is. Okay. Remember Reliance Smart. Okay. And there are DMart is again a hypermarket. Okay. So I hope. Okay. So you can make out what is a hypermarket now. Next, food retailers. Okay, the third type of big box food retailers is the warehouse club. I'll take you back to the listing. Okay, so now we are learning big box food retailers. In that, the subtypes, supercenter we considered, hypermarkets we considered, and warehouse club. Okay, now we are going to learn what is a warehouse club. Okay, so warehouse club is a retailer that offers a limited assortment of food and general merchandise with little service at low prices to ultimate consumers and small businesses. So how a warehouse club type of retailers is different from other retailers? Other type of retailers sell only to consumers who purchase for their self or family consumption. But warehouse club type of retailers not only sell to such type of consumers, but they also sell to small businesses like Kirana stores in India, small restaurants, okay, military canteens, and so on. Okay, so warehouse club. So yes, we do have warehouse club formats in India. The first such format in India was a metro in Bengaluru. Okay, so if any of you have visited metro, okay, so you can recall your experience with respect to size of the store. Okay, believe me, they are huge stores. They look like with a very high ceiling. Okay, they just look like manufacturing plants. Okay, factories. Okay, and with the merchandise being moved with the forklift trucks. Okay, far bigger than what you see in the factory. Then best price is one more warehouse club format in India, which is owned by Walmart. Okay, but let me give you the difference of Walmart warehouse clubs in the rest of the world and the Walmart warehouse club in India, which is best price. Okay, so the warehouse club formats or types of retail stores of Walmart in rest of the world sell to both consumers as well as to small businesses. But in India, Walmart is okay experimenting with a new model where this best price warehouse club type of retail store sells only to small businesses and they do not sell to consumers like me and you. Okay, it is not only this experiment is a kind of forced experiment because in India, foreign direct investment is not allowed in multi-brand retailing. Okay, I repeat, this experiment is a forced one because in India, foreign direct investment is not allowed in multi-brand retailing. Okay. So one more example for a warehouse club format in India, the Reliance Market. I repeat, Reliance Market. In Hubballi, yes, there is one Reliance Market store which is standing away from the retailers on PB Road, Pune Bangalore Road. Okay, after Gabbur Cross. Okay, it is totally outside city limits. So this is the image of best price, Walmart's warehouse club type of retail store. Okay, so you can see the size of the store in the second image, and you can see the people. Okay, so I hope you can understand the size of the store. Then the third type of food retailers. Okay, so we completed the discussion of supermarkets, big box food retailers, and now I'm moving on to convenience stores. Okay, convenience stores, which is the third type of food retailers. Okay, convenience stores provide a limited variety of assortment of merchandise at a convenient location in a 3,000 to 5,000 square feet store. Okay, with a speedy checkout. So again, as I mentioned, the classification is based on type of merchandise sold and the size of the store. So convenience stores are relatively smaller stores with just 3,000 to 5,000 square feet area. Okay, and they are located in a convenient place, means near to customer. Okay, near to customer. Or in America, most of these convenience stores are also located in the petrol pump, which is not a trend in India. Okay, so they provide a limited variety and assortment of merchandise, means goods. Okay, and they provide for speedy checkout. It's very convenient to get in and get out. They are the modern version of the neighborhood mom and pop grocery or general stores. See, let me tell you what is this a mom and pop store. Okay, in India we call them as a kirana store. That's the difference. That's it. It's quite easy to understand. So do remember the term. So when I started teaching the subject initially, kirana store, this word was not used. Okay, in the literature of retailing in the retailing context. So many of the textbooks and newspapers, magazines, websites referred this term mom and pop, but now, so as I mentioned, due to the movement of Swadeshi movement, okay, so even the magazines, newspapers, textbooks are using the term kirana stores. Okay, it is nothing big, just kirana store. Why it is called as a mom and pop store? So if you check into the kirana store from where you had been buying the groceries, okay, since you know yourself. Okay, so the kirana store is owned and managed by father and mother in the family. That's it. They don't hire employees. Okay, generally, big kirana stores do hire employees. Yes. Okay, there is no doubt about it. Okay, and one difference what I would like to point out here is, okay, see, convenience stores in US, okay, the size is average size is between 3,000 to 5,000 square feet. In India, the supermarket size is 5,000 square feet. Okay, it is because the Indian retailers do not have much money to invest. Land and building is expensive. Okay, the market is not highly potential for the time being. Okay, so they operate with a smaller format, smaller size stores, 5,000 square feet. Okay, and same way when I talk about hypermarkets in US, average size between somewhere between 1 lakh to 3 lakh square feet. But in Hubballi Big Bazaar, if you check it out, okay, it is about approximately 55,000 to 60,000 square feet. But it is at a hypermarket in India. Okay, so if I say, when I say Indian retailers do not have money for investment, please recall what happened, okay, in the last week. Okay, I showed you an interview of Kishore Biani. So he was asked the question why he did not enter into online retailing. He very clearly mentioned he did not have money to invest in online retailing. Okay, so now also you can make out. Okay, so Future Group is acquired by Reliance Retail. And the next news, also let me tell you, private equity firm, okay, is going to purchase some percentage of stake in Reliance Retail. I'll discuss that news also in the upcoming slide. So Indian retailers, okay, so I have a crunch for investment. There is no doubt about it. Okay, so this is the image of a convenience store in US. So you don't get to see them in India, but in India, the version of this is Kirana stores. Okay, so that's it. Or some of the Kirana store owners, okay, who wanted to modernize their store, okay, might have developed such a format, okay, where there is self-service. You can go, products will be displayed on the racks like this. You can pick the product, come to the cash point, pay and check out. Okay, so I have visited a couple of them, one in Belagavi, okay, and a couple of them in Goa when I was working in Goa. So these type of convenience stores I had visited, but now I don't see them. Okay, yeah. So now I'm going to unmute you all, or better, okay, you can unmute yourself and let us open the discussion session for discussion. We have 5 minutes, after which I'm going to schedule one more meeting, which will be joining back. Okay, so in that I will take attendance. Okay, so you can start the discussion.
Sir, you told that we will discuss that Reliance and Futures
Yes,
collaboration.
after this, in the next session. Okay. Have you read that news, Akshay Pujari?
Yes, sir.
Have you read that news?
Yes, sir.
You read it full?
Yes, sir.
Very
The Reliance Industry has acquired that
wait,
company for 24.
not now. It will take some time. Okay. So
Yes,
you
sir.
will explain the news in the next session when which I will sending now. I will sending the new link. So
Yes,
first you
sir.
will explain and the related questions and answers we'll discuss. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Huh. Okay. Other than that, questions I am inviting on the types of food retailers. Types of food retailers. Do you have any question Would you like to add any additional examples other than what I have told? Yes, students. The silence is not good. That shows you are not reading business news.
So just to add on, sir, there is
Yeah.
a supermarket called Spar. You can add that also.
Sorry?
Just a supermarket called Spar, SPAR.
Yes,
It's a
PR,
Dutch
Star,
internet.
yes. It belongs to
Yeah,
which
sir.
company?
It's an Dutch company, sir. I don't know what is which company.
Dutch. It's from Dutch country.
Yeah, sir. Dutch,
Okay,
sir.
good. Thank you. So students, you
It
can
just
also browse. Just go to Google and the Spar stores in India. Okay, you can get information about the store. So remember that. Just don't rely on teachers. Okay. Yeah, questions. I'm inviting questions or value addition like what Rahul did. Yes, students, what happened? See, right now I have 3 news on retailing just from one source, that is Times of India, and from 4 days, just in 4 days. Okay, you talk me compensation, financial management, marketing management, supply chain, you name it. If one source can provide so many news, you are 60 students, okay, or now 42. You can bring 42 news articles to discuss from 42 different sources. Okay, so why is it why this Maun Avrta? See, this all will be recorded and uploaded. Huh? Please remember. I have not paused recording purposely. Okay, so as you wish, everyone. So I will end the meeting now, and I'm sending the link to a new meeting. So please join back within 2 to 3 minutes only, because for taking attendance another 5 minutes, so total 8 minutes will go only in that. So effectively, we will get only 12 minutes for discussion. Okay, thank you.